Hello, hello, hello. This is Jolene with A Jewel Design, and welcome to the first Thursday journal with me of 2022. Trying to stay on schedule, trying to get it done. We'll see what happens. But the goal is to keep to a 30-minute timer and see if how much I can get done, how much I can share with you, a little bit of chit chat, but actually get some journaling done. And today we are working on ephemera. That is going in my newest Vintage Rose Valentine inspired journal, or Valentine inspired Vintage Rose journal. This is a combination of the new kits that I showed on Tuesday. So if you didn't see that, you can either zoom to the end of the video and click on that, but I will connect the digital reveal at the end of the video. So you can always go back and look at all the things that I created here at the beginning of the year. The mini ephemera kit, the journal cards, the papers, all this stuff. It's all Vintage Rose and Valentine inspired. And then I went ahead for this journal and for some of the ephemera, pulled from the Amour Journal Kit from last year. I pulled from the basic collage background papers too, which are in the book. So instead of besides just using the Vintage Rose papers, I use the collage pages and of course other elements and papers that I had in my stash. So today we're going to try to keep it short and sweet, and we are going to try and get some ephemera done, and then I might even bump into some elements inside the journal. So hopefully it all goes well. Next Tuesday, instead of digital reveal, it'll be a digital journal. Take that back. It'll be a journal reveal. There we go. Hold on one sec. My cat's out here with me playing with something. Okay. He's normally not out here with me, but yeah. So, yeah, here we are. And I'm trying to keep it short and sweet so you see what I'm doing. You can tell I sort of have things laid out. I did a lot of prep work. I'm working on a little mini journal to go in the journal. So we've got papers and doilies and eco dyed. And this is actually two of the larger journal cards in the Vintage Rose journal card set. And instead of cutting them in half, cutting them into fours, I took this one, folded in half, did a little lace, and we're going to make a little mini journal. So as the project goes on, I'll keep adding any leftover scraps and stuff, and we'll make a fun journal out of that. But today, I figured we would definitely work on some ephemera, some of the more bulkier ephemera that's going to go in the book. So I'm hoping by doing it this way that I get more done with you guys, that you can see the process of the things I work on. I got all the hemming and hawing done. This one is four tags lined up. Cut two of them off, distressed it. Did a little stenciling on the inside, so it makes it for a great journaling space. And we're going to decorate the outside. So when I set the book, which is 5x7 papers, so it's like a 5 1/4 by 7.5 inch journal. Everything had to be shrunk down to fit. So like my vellum had to be cut down. I want to call it vinyl. Isn't that funny? The vellum had to be cut down, and then the all my papers, everything had to be cut down. Of course, it is really fun when you're dealing with just a standard sheet. Like you cut off the white and you trim off the papers just a little bit. And a 9x6 journal is really easy because it's all standard letter size paper, right? So that makes it really easy. So it's a little bit more work when it's a 5x7. But I really enjoyed it because really I just trimmed down my papers that I created for the Vintage Rose. And I just matched everything else to it. And I don't know. It was sort of fun to have it. It's a cute little size. It's actually a really nice little size. I'm almost like going, do I really want to sell it? And yes, I do. So it will be up for sale. But yeah, I've just been trying to work out like the bugs, right? Fussy cutting stuff, distressing stuff, sort of getting the basic feel for everything done. Like, not all the creative all the fun creative stuff, because that might not be very fun if I'm taking all the guesswork out of it for you guys. Going, oh, I'm not watching her creative process, but that takes me forever. It's taken me all day, in and out amongst the homeschooling schedule, to like come up with what I've got in front of me. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's a lot of hemming and hawing, And there's a lot of pieces where I want to make sure, like, my biggest thing is, like, I'm so afraid to use it and then find, like, later, like, an hour later that I had a better spot for it, or I had a better project for it. I guess that's my biggest thing, is my first instinct is to use it, and then I kick myself because I was like, oh, well, maybe I should have saved it for that. Or I do these projects and I forget to freaking, like, distress something, or I forget to, I don't know, prep it, right? I get so excited about using it, I forget to do the work for it. So we'll see how this goes. I'm pretty happy with what I chose on everything. Like, I got the pieces ready for inside for, like, I like the little pop of red because there's no real, like, there's just pink on this one. It's pink and distressed and sort of a duotone concept on this one. So I figured I'd make that the front because I love the two hearts on the top. That says vintage, I know, which is funny, vintage on two hearts, but it's all the elements that are in it that make it vintage. I mean, there's lace over here, which is funny. The lace that's in this card, which I know if you have the kit, you'll be able to see it. But the lace on this card, it's a layer. It's actually a lace I end up using throughout the book. It's not the one on the front cover, but it is the lace. That is so funny. I just realized I'll show you guys. Do I have a big piece? I don't. I think I finally used the big piece. But this is sort of, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but this is a skinny piece of the lace that's in the background of that card. I just realized. It's so cute because then I can show you. So, like, I use it here. I use it as pockets right here, right? Here's the pocket. That's the same lace that's in that card. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I love that. Sorry, my pieces are falling apart. Not falling apart, but coming out. I have to rework that. So, yeah, no, I just realized that. That's super cute. Okay, so the goal is to sort of combine a number of kits together. They're all sort of lovey-dovey, lacy, antique-y. Not antique, is not the word. Well, vintage, of course, but elegant and feminine and florals and hinting to Valentine's. This is not going to be a full-on Valentine journal, but it is going to be, see, that's simple, guys. The red might be a little much. I don't know. It looked good when I first looked at it, but now this bright light of my camera, which is really funny. The book is so bright red in certain pictures, when in the reality it has a really good blue tone to it. So it's not that dark, or not that bright, but man, it sure looks like it right now. It's bright red, but why not? Pops of color, right? Okay, so that one's done. We aren't going to stress it, because that's my biggest thing too right now, is I'm not stressing over every little thing. I am trying to be like, you know what, that looks good, let's run with it. That looks good, let's run with it. So, I have a strip of paper left over. I have a tendency when we do a lot of print work, there's always, you know, something on the back. And this one's going to be a bummer. I wanted it about there. Not well, maybe. I'm sort of trying to blend it into the heart without being part of the heart. See? I'm sort of trying to put it just where it goes to the heart, and it's just a border. I've been doing a lot of happy planning right now. And so, the whole washi tape layering thing is sort of playing in, like this, where we border something, or we, just sort of tip the edge of the, border something and blend it in by tipping the ends. My happy planner is that way. I sort of did the strips of glitter and or gems, and oh, that's a lot of, that is so much. I don't need all that. Did something else with sort of a same amount of things on the cover. So anyway, I'm rambling, but that is the fun. You get to watch me just sort of put this together. I'm not trying to think my way through this and talk to you guys, which is great. So we are on the, what are we up to now? So it's Thursday. It's what, the 13th of January, which is crazy. I feel like it's already like the middle of January, right? Which is absolutely crazy. It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be another crazy year. But I like taking the strips that are, like, sometimes it's just like whatever got cut off. I do make washi bands, like the washi belly band, like elements, and really, skinny belly bands, and sort of washi tape patterns in my journal kits, which would work too. But I just happened to have that strip, and it was just the right, I think, the right width. Now this was this is actually a tag in the kit, right? But I sort of cut this in the dark. I was trying to cut ephemera by TV light the other night to prep for all these videos. And yeah, I didn't cut this one really well, so I tried to fix it, and it only got worse. So I was like, oh, forget it. So I cut the top of this tag off, as you can see. But in the process, I realized it makes a great dimensional layer if you distress it, flip it around, glue it down. And if it is a little wonky, it's not going to matter because we're going to cover it with something, so it hides the fact that there's a wonkiness to it. Because that was the problem. I did not cut, I guess, even though I should have gone by the lines, still didn't quite cut it straight. And so my left and right side came out all crazy. So I thought, well, what if that'd be a great dimension on the card? Turn the tag into a journal card. And it almost looks like it's an envelope too. It's like the flap to an envelope. And you're overlapping an envelope and you're decorating it up, right? So there's another thought process to it too. You don't have to make it like... But it was a layer. It was a distress moment. It's a reverse of the writing. And I think it makes a great little journal card. A little extra burgundy on the bottom. I love how the roses worked really well in the vintage rose set with the Amour artwork. So like this one I did create and put it in the vintage, or the Valentine inspired ephemera. But I took elements, you know, from my Amour kit, and I took elements from other things and just reworked the concept. So everything's distressed, ready to go, or pretty much. There's a few things I think I forgot to distress on the back. Most of the kit I did put my cream distressed paper, which is in a number of my earlier kits, on the back, so it wasn't printed just perfectly white. But sometimes you can't tell. It just sort of looks like off-white. So, but when you distress it, it does actually, you know, ink it. It does come out pretty nice on the distress amount. So being that we're coming closer and closer to the middle of January already, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that it is going well for you guys. That it's January of 2022 is not too crazy. We do have issues around my state. We've got numbers up, and we've got, you know, debating on, there's a little bit of debate on whether some of our elementary schools are going to go distance learning for a short period of time. Because we do have a lot of cases. A lot of people enjoyed their holidays and got sick. And so now we're running out of teachers who teach our classrooms or for our elementary kids because they're either asymptomatic, or, you know, too closely exposed to somebody, or, you know, just a sheer, like, we had one friend who, you know, he was just seeing his brother. His brother's asthmatic, and they were just getting together, him and his wife and his brother, and his brother got sick, you know, somehow got exposed, you know, somehow came across it, and wham, you know, and brother's doing okay, but, you know, the poor guy and his wife got sick. So I don't know, it's going everywhere. You know, I myself got it. We don't know how. Actually, my daughter got it in the beginning of December, before the massive outbreak, or before whatever was going on, I guess, or as things were progressing, we didn't know it. You know, a simple errand is all we can think, and, you know, she touched one too many things, or we don't know. We have no clue. And only because I take care of her did I get it. So, and I'm vaccinated. You know, but I have lupus. So, taking care of her was just enough to throw caution to the wind, I'm afraid. But husband's cancer, you know, I have to be careful that he doesn't do too much. And so I can't have him taking care of the kids. Not in that sense. Not when they're sick. Like, I just can't. Like, I can't take that chance. So, you know, we all got better, and then all of a sudden it was like we got back out to the real world after, we're not out to the real world, but now that we're, like, out of that quarantine and worry and all that, we're realizing the rest of the world, the rest of the county or state or whatever just exploded. Well, we kept quiet during the holidays. Everybody else flipped out. And now, you know, everybody's sick. So I really, really, really hope that wherever you are, that you are healthy. That if the bug got you, you pop back, you've recovered, you're doing well. I really, really hope. And if you've been able to avoid it, yay! Please keep avoiding it. It, means the world when the rest of us can stay healthy, I guess. This has got to go away sooner or later. So, anyway, enough of that. Anyway, I hope everything's going well. I hope everybody's healthy. I hope everybody's enjoying January for whatever it may be, and that things are not getting bleak again. That's why I've been crafting like crazy lately, trying to stay sane, because I have other things going on in my life that beyond the COVID crap. So I, to de-stress, threw that journal together in a night. Had to keep myself occupied, and one night, and I had just done the filming for you guys for this stuff. I'm probably off camera. Eek. And anyway, so we are, let's see, trying to figure out. This is where I layer and have issues. This is my problem. I can lay this out, love it, move it by accident, and then can't remember what I did with it. And, yeah, it gets out of whack. It's not where it's supposed to be. I never get it back where I want it. The problem is the layering part, right? Trying to remember like where I had it. Is that where I wanted it? Who goes under which layer? Aren't these cute? These are tiny little flowers. Oh my gosh, right? I in your 8-up journal cards for the vintage rose, there was a gap. And so I put 2 little roses in that kit, on that page I should say. And this is what came of that. This is one of them. Super little. Cut it out, put some distressed over it. Thought it'd be a fun layer. And I'm right, Like, oh my gosh, this is super cute. So here's the other one. Here's the other itty bitty. That we'll have to see where that turns out. Where that ends up being. Okay, so that one's not bad. It's so funny. I put red on the pink and I put pink with the red. Was not thinking about that. I probably should have flipped that around. Shoot. Well, then again, it gives the contrast, right? Brings all the colors together. But I do like the vellum over it, and you can still see the lace underneath it, which is super cool. So we'll see how it does when it dries. Though glitter, glue, and vellum are a little weird. It's very wet and wants to curl. But that's sort of cute. It's an interesting journal, right? It's definitely a different journal card. It's not your standard, I don't know, it seems a little long. I rounded the corners, which we all like doing. That's not a problem. My pad is going, as you can tell. I've got another one out in case I need it, but this one definitely keeps shifting on me. I have used it a lot apparently lately. Putting the journal together, I did distress some of the pages, or ink some of the pages, and then, I don't know, just from Christmas and stuff. All the ordeals. Alright, so see, it just keeps shifting. And it could be the pads. I bought them from Amazon. The holder is from, it's Shell and her husband. And I have to look that up to figure out who. My mom bought it for me. She had one, and then so she bought it from Shell, and then, so I'll have to look it up. Who her husband makes those. So, it's a godsend, but yeah, I have to keep getting pads for them. Okay, so that's a little damp and wet, but I think that's cute. We're getting there, we're getting there. Oh, that's what I forgot. That's why it looks so weird. Shoot. It's supposed to have one more layer behind it. See, this is the only problem I have is I forget what I'm doing when I'm talking. And I get, now luckily, I'm going to be covering all this. So, see, what made this work so well was that I put another layer behind it. I was wondering why I kept looking funny. But see, now I didn't get it in far enough. So, I feel like... yeah, see, I want one of these, but I'm going to have to trim it down. How far down I'm going to have to go, because it was under there. Doesn't mean I can't do it, but I had it, and then I added this at the last minute, and now I'm kicking myself because... well, it definitely needs it. I knew that's why I was looking funny. Alright. Now, these are fun. These are part of the journal card kit, I think. Or is this part of the mini ephemera? Now I don't remember which one they are part of. because I think it's in the Valentine inspired mini embellishment. You have a page where it's half fussy cuts and half of these stamps. And I'm actually using the smallest hole punch I have on my crocodile, because I put the little white holes on there so that you guys can like do as you see fit, but I don't think the spacing matches any like paperwork out there, or I mean any cutters out there, paper cutters. See, I put the little whites so you can cut it and leave the white. Normally I have all the backgrounds, right? I sort of have a stamp on a colored border so you can cut out a perfect circle, and I like that look, but I noticed more and more, so I went and did, yeah, see, my holes are a little different this time around, and they're pretty, but they're a little more tricky. So I actually found my smallest hole punch in my crocodile, which I think is that quarter, no, not the quarter inch, I don't know what it is. And I've gone ahead and laid it out, and, oh, it's going to run the ink. Oh, gotta be careful. That one's going to be tricky. Okay, then. That one's going to be temperamental. See, I don't chit-chat. I just shouldn't chit-chat when I try to create. And that's the thing. I do a lot of, if I'm not talking to anybody, I'm just working through it and layering it out and deciding. And I thought if I prepped it. All right, well, that definitely looks better. I like that, because I thought I kept looking a little weird with all this empty space. And I like that better. Okay, that's a definitely hardier, more decorated ordeal. Okay. Oh, see, don't keep talking. Stop talking. Okay, now, in those kits, I have, so this came from the Amour Journal Kit, in the ephemera part, and this is these are both cards from the new, mini ephemera kit. But what I'm thinking, and I'll cut off the excess, we're going to take a little bit of that lace from the front cover, put it over the edge of the book journal card. We're going to put this one, which is more lace, on top. And then, but we're only going to glue 3 sides so that we can put these little guys right in here. I think we're going to just tuck them right in. And that's going to make a cute little pocketed journal card that we're going to place down. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope everything's going well. I hope you're having wonderful creative moments. I hope that you are finding me well. That these are fun moments to watch. I tried to do my first YouTube short on Monday. That did not go as planned. I did the video. I went to open it up, load it to the app, and thought it would like take the 2.5-minute video, and it would like speed it up, and then I could put music over it and get it into a 60-second YouTube short. So you guys could watch me like throw the cover together really quickly. No, it didn't do that. It gave me either the 2.5-minute option, or I could decide what 60 seconds I wanted, which I did try to grab a section of it. But in the process, I somehow stopped the music from playing. So you have a video that has like mere seconds of like 20 seconds of music, and then it just stops. And you watch me quietly put the rest of the cover together. Like, really? I'm gonna try again. It came up this Wednesday, so we'll see. I don't know. I am videotaping this ahead of that, so I don't know. We'll cross my fingers that the next one goes better. I have another part of the book that thought I'll throw together really quickly, and so that you guys could see me layer it up and decorate it without a lot of hemming and hawing. But we'll see. We will see. I have to try. So now I got to do it in the app, and then see if the app will do its job. And then if the app does its job, then hey. So I put our cute little people in here, and we've got that. Oh, that's super cute. So I just got these little tabs. All right, so there we go. There's a journal card. I don't think I'll put anything else on it, because I love how I put the paper and the lace with the already on the card. And then we have some real lace here, and then we have the tucks. So as long as these guys don't glue themselves in there. So we'll stick them out just a little bit. All right. Wow, that was actually really quickly. And how are we doing? And my timer. Oh, please don't tell me my timer stopped. Nope, I have 2 minutes. Wow, see, that's how quickly. Like this is 24 minutes already gone. This is crazy. And this was already, like, I already had this stuff laid out, so you had an idea of what I was going to do. because I'm chatty and I already knew what I was, I'm short. But there we go. There is some ephemera, some fun pieces, just turning a tag into a journal card when it goes wrong. Layering up 2 sizes of journal cards and tucking in my little scalloped journal cards, or scalloped journal tags, and putting them inside them as a tuck with a little lace. We did some layering here to give you an unusual journal card, a little tall, but I think it's going to have a fun spot to tuck it into. And then using, 2 tags side by side as a little double tag journaling spot that we're going to tuck in with a little bit of layering, using leftover vellum pieces, using leftover lace, book pages, little pieces. And then I showed you the total little mini journal that is in the process of being put to the big one. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for finding me. I know it's quick and short. It's a little bit of ephemera, but we're going to keep doing this. We're going to do little bits, little small sections. Hopefully more and more I'll get prepped, and you'll be able to see what I can do in 30 minutes, in a mass making type of concept, and you get to see a little something. But cross your fingers, all goes well, and I'll be able to show you the whole journal on Tuesday as a journal reveal instead of a journal digital kit, and it'll be up for sale for you guys to purchase if you are in need of a rosy vintage lovey journal for January and February. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching, and we will keep up the good work and see how it all goes. We'll talk to you soon, guys and gals. Bye-bye.